Alright guys, what is up? I am TheyComing and welcome to the stream today, boys and nerds. Hope everyone's having a happy Mother's Day. And if you have not already wished your mom happy Mother's Day, go ahead and do that. Don't forget, I made sure to have a card and a nice bar of chocolate for mom today. And I just got done having lunch with her, so really solid afternoon. That's why we're going live a little bit later. Enjoying our time with mom. And now we're here inside of Clash of Clans. I found it most fitting on Mother's Day to explore the Super Witch. And no, that does not mean that I think my mom's a witch, but she's pretty nice actually. But anyways, Super Witches are the topic of the stream today. One thing that I have been noticing is that on hit-ups, the best attackers in Dominantur that are Town Hall 13s are bringing Super Witches to hit up as high as Town Hall 16 and actually tripling. So I think this could be a way to advance particularly my near max Town Hall 13 past Golem 20 using Fireball and Super Witches. But it is going to be a learning curve for me. If you have suggestions about the spell composition, the CC, maybe even equipment, I would love to hear that. I would love to know about that. Because right now, I'm just going to kind of wing it. I don't really have a strong plan for how to make this work exactly well. I do know that an early fireball, a quicker fireball than I'm typically going for on Fireball Rocket Loons, is usually part of the format. You want to get the fireball off. You want to instantly start your Super Witches because they do take a little bit longer to progress through the base. But in terms of the CC, I don't know what I'm supposed to be taking. I don't know if I'm supposed to be taking the barracks. I don't know if I'm supposed to be taking the wall wrecker. I just don't know. I just don't know. So let's go ahead and catch up with the chat. We got Zalo. What up? How's it going, Zalo43? Welcome to the chat. We got Mots early here. What's up, Mots? We got Sub Hollow DH. What's up, bro? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. So if you are a Super Witch user, I want to know what you're taking. I want to know your spells. I want to know your comp. Because I am all ears. We're going to hit the Do Not Disturb. And let's go ahead and get into our first just for fun attack. We do not have have anything to farm for right now, but we do, I guess, we will immediately have something to farm for. We can spend some loot on something. I am thinking that perhaps now is the time to go ahead and put down something like our Spell Factory. For the recall spell, when I look at the barracks and the dark barracks, the dragon riders I'm not using yet on this account. I don't intend to just yet. The dark barracks I think was the apprentice warden. Yeah, don't intend to use that right away either. But that's that. So I think probably the recall. Unlock the recall. Let's do that. We'll have something to farm for. Remax our loot. Heal spells are good combined with totem spell for this attack. So are you, instead of taking 2 rage, you're taking a heal? Is that what you're saying? I mean, we can give it a shot. And also, I don't know if it's 4 Super Witches, if the baby dragons belong here or not. I don't know. But let's go and let's do our first hit. We can adjust as we go. Find the army that suits us best. Find the spell composition, army composition that suits us. This is a dead base. I don't want to hit this. I'd rather hit something. You're saying use heal first. Okay. So for this, can probably rip off an early fireball to hit his eagle artillery. I see a 2 invis fireball. Okay, so I'm going to place you with 2 healers. I'm going to go ahead and invis once and twice. throw. Eagles out of the way. A baby dragon right here. As soon as we clear this corner of stuff, I think we can start moving down to the bottom. Would appreciate if he gets that gold mine. And I'm going to go ahead and throw these girls in like this. Have them work the corner. Gonna wall break. We're gonna set this down. We're gonna drop this into the king and the queen. Do get a good timing with the ice golems freeze right there. I will also throw the prince over the top because it looks like the warden is getting left behind. I should have frozen there, but I didn't. Gonna heal. I'm gonna poison. Throw this. Drop the queen's ability. Rage right here. We'll save the freeze to try to protect our minion prince. Like that. I mean, we're doing some pretty dirty things to the bottom side of this base. I think we've wrecked it. We could save the prince. Could have saved my healers there, but I did not. Ripperoni. That was a bad break, but it looks like because we got started with this, like pretty quickly after the fireball, we're not running into any kind of a time crunch. And that's a GG. Okay. I think perhaps we could have played to protect our king a little bit better. But Wall Wrecker feels like a decent choice here. I'm not going to lie. Do you think Supercell were... Let's see. More variety is usually better, but I can't usually... Do you think Supercell will ever add where you can add modifiers to farming raids? I would really like that. Like honestly, I talked about that on one of my streams, and to be completely frank, I would really appreciate being allowed to do that. Let's go ahead and invis right here and here. I'll drop a quake on that, and then one over here. Damage as much as possible. And then King, I think I'll put King on a little Sui mission down the side of the base this time. Go like this and drop you in here with the Queen. And all the Super Witches. Okay. And over the back of the king, we can throw our prince. Warden's taking damage here. I think he'll end up being okay. Healers are working very nicely. Warden actually steps into that heal. I'll throw that. And I think we should actually do this. Heal plus rage in the core. Pop the queen. Move on through. We lost the prince. But we have moved this attack pretty quickly, honestly. Managing to press the attack. Very good. So yeah, interesting. This attack doesn't really come close on time. I mean, both of our first hits here have been, you know, we've had basically a minute left. But importantly with Super Witches, I mean, it's all about the opening. You want to get a fireball off fast. You don't want to take like a minute and a half on your Warden charge before dropping your Super Witches. You really want to take about 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds to get a fireball off. And sometimes if like the eagle is cored, my guess is it doesn't really matter going for the eagle so much because the big boys and the Super Witches are quite tanky. As long as the healers are helping them, you should be able to kind of force your way through things. All right, this is a 14. It's stronger, so I think this will be a good test. It would be nice to be able to fireball, I think, the scatter because it gets me the eagle. The CC. I think the scatter's a good fireball here. So I think there's a 2 invis trick to make that work. Let's drop you right here. Nice. Okay. And let's go 1, 2. Didn't get the eagle down, unfortunately. I don't want to invis here. Yeah. Okay, so as long as we can get that cannon out, I think we're looking okay. I think now what I can do, actually, is start driving with the Super Witches. So I'm going to let him complete there, but then I'm going to go ahead and drop those there like this. Drop this and this. Put the king and the queen. And a baby dragon. Have them push. Warden sees the Super Witches. Healers see the Super Witches. And I feel like we should heal right here and then freeze this guy right here. And then probably rage right here. This guy we should have dropped a lot sooner than we did. That was a mistake. Protect the Super Witches from the single. Pop Queen's ability. She's getting roasted by that poison. Can we get some healing love onto our queen? Or not? Could the healers heal the Super Witches? Please? Monsieur? Alright. Alright. I think we could still triple this, but that one Super Witch that's on the bottom, I think is kind of in a little bit of trouble. Alright, I'll sneak the archers in to help the Super Witch. And I want to say it's okay. Yeah. But we were a little bit, I mean, we're hitting a 14, right? So 3 stars, 3 star. I think the early fireball that we found was perfect, right? Like we got the CC out. We got the eagle like to one shot. That's where a third quake actually makes the Town Hall 14 eagle go down. That's if you are 13, you don't have access to a fireball that does slightly more damage at Town Hall 14. So I'm liking this. It feels good, right? And it's not rocket science. Usually go for a corner with the Warden. I think, ooh. We're going to have to wait to get that fireball off. I think if we just take a quick fireball to the eagle, that's good enough, right? That's, yeah. Let Warden complete his funnel here. Can we save the baby? We barely do. Okay. And then over here, we're going to go King Prince. Super Witches. This with the Queen. We can break here, I guess. Maybe some, you know, maybe a few loons instead of one of the baby dragons is a good idea. So I can protect my healers. Get this. Okay, I'm gonna heal and rage and pop Queen and then get a freeze right there. Invis here so we can take out the single. This is completely wrecked, right? Baby dragon there, baby dragon here. 1, 2, 3. That's all we needed. Can my warden not die to an archer tower? Can the warden get a little bit of healing love? I guess he's not. We'll invis. But I mean, it's completely wrecked, right? I don't think we lost a single Super Witch. I think we have all of the Super Witches. Is that 3 or 4? I can't tell. It looks like 3. Maybe we did lose 1. That feels strong, guys. That feels very strong. It's not particularly difficult either, I think, which is the thing to remember. I think the best pathing fireball is to take the scatter by the Queen and then try to put the King with the Prince into the Eagle compartment and put the Super Witches between. I think that's what we want to do here. I will drop a baby dragon there, solo that out. And we'll go 1, 2. Fireball now. 1 quake. Now he's moving. Cool. I will then go with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go King, Prince with the Queen and 2 healers. Get that 1 headhunter in the mix. Queen's gonna step up there. Okay. King is almost dead. Holding onto King's ability is actually kind of cool. Freeze you. It sucks that the warden is standing where he is. 2, 3. Oh, wow. Drop you here. I'm going to heal that, even though it's just big boys. Okay. Something tells me we're all right. That was a weird break because the walls were open anyway, but still. Let's rage here. Pop the Queen. Archer's the corner. Break there. Break there. And it's wrecked. This one was a little slower, but I think this base, the way it was shaped, it had a few more compartments, and everything was spread out a little bit more. So we had to work a little bit harder to kind of control the pathing. than say, you know, a typical like four corners, you know, pyramid sort of scheme there. Let's see the next one. Yeah, see like this. Something typical like this, I think, falls very quickly to this attack. You have to also keep in mind the entire core is open to the outside. There's no walls that separate me from breaking once and walking right in there. A fireball to the eagle is pretty quick. A fireball to one of the... Actually, I'm not going to bother with it. I'd like to have either a 14 or a stronger layout. Like something like this. Even though there's like no money here. This is more of like a war base layout. And I think going for the fireball to the eagle is probably the best. Just get it out of the way. And then we can funnel with the king to the outside, slip the super witches and the queen to the inside. Sure. Okay. So if we drop you directly here. And one invis, it should go to the eagle, right? Cool, we'll quake once. And twice. Then as soon as he gets that storage, I think we'll pull him one direction or the other. I like the idea of fighting his queen as we move in. Instead of waiting to the end of the attack to fight the queen. So I'm thinking if we run like this with this, all the super witches, the prince, the king, and the queen. Should have... Oh, the wrecker! Boom, baby. Okay. It'd be nice to break the wall, even though it's not going to really net us everything. I will use that. I will invis to barely save the super witch. I will rage here. All the super witches have broken away from the big boys, which is an interesting condition here, right? We have a heal that we can use. I'm going to heal. Try to save the warden, even though it doesn't work. I want to save my healers, too, if it's possible. Okay. Queen's doing well by herself. I'll put a baby dragon to the outside. Try to tighten up. Or hasten the queen pathing a little bit. One here. Does queen want to come inside the base? Cool. I know we have queen's ability to pop. I think it's time for that. And of course we can pop king at any time now and clear the base. GG. Nice. King Brian, I'm not in a good mood, so hello, chat. I'm not feeling better, but it's okay. And you. Brother, it's going to be all right, King Brian. Have you been sick? Have you been ill? Did you catch the flu? What's going on, man? Well, that's a 12. I want to hit a 13 or a 14 even. And an actual base, please. That's a choice. I can see us running into at least one opponent that has something that looks like that in a war. But... Alright, what about this layout? Does he have scatter shots? I do not see them. Alright, so it looks like he is a newer... Really, just... I'd say a substantially rushed Town Hall 13. His queen is 45, his king is 50. Prince is 25. Yeah, he is missing out on a lot of power offensively. I think if we take a quick fireball to that archer tower, we can get both of the singles. I think that's a good idea. Oh boy, that's a day, man. That's a whole vibe. Can we not lose all of our healers? Appreciate you. Man. Well, that's not good. That single Tesla is actually going to mess with me here. If I try to throw this fireball, it's going to miss, right? So I think I have to take the air defense and then invis right here and here. I didn't get one of those singles. That really is not great, but you know what? We'll throw here. We'll get the Super Witches marching around the corner. We'll throw this in here. I'll put the king and the prince there. And I'll slip the queen in behind it all. I'm going to poison you and throw in the headhunter. Nice, headhunter. Did good things for Dad. I'm going to heal. And invis. Okay, Queen. I'm going to pop Queen's ability in just a moment. I'm going to break here and here. Just because they're going to need to get out of the base at some point or come back in. And I think that exposes everything. Yeah, we've broken all the walls. Everything is open and free at this point. The good thing about Super Witches is, like, if at the end of the attack, like, most of the defenses are gone, and you have full health Super Witches, like, we have all 4 of them, as long as you're not stuck on, like, 5 layers of walls, you're usually pretty fine, right? Like, here, by the time we made it to the backside, there was, like, 4 point defenses left. And with no walls to really have to deal with, right? Having the back end wall breakers because we chose to, what's it called? Battle ram? What do you call this thing? It is a battle ram, right? Whereas has my brain completely? Am I having an aneurysm? What's going on? Wall wrecker. Ha! Wall wrecker. Because we're using the wall wrecker, we don't have to break to begin the attack, but we can use it later. What's up, Blobber? How's it going, dude? Welcome to the chat. We're giving Super Witches a try because I'm seeing that, like, EMP and Bunny are actually killing it with Super Witches in their hit-ups. Do you want to whack my base? You think it's better with CC? I mean, we're just kind of hitting right now. But if you throw a base up in chat, I can take a whack at it. I can take a crack at it. Also, CWL, congratulations to Dominantor. I'll probably talk about it around the midway point. But we won CWL this week. Actually won all 7 wars. And let me tell you, the last few clans that we faced had multiple Town Hall 18s that were not slouchy. The difference maker, not everybody attacked on the opponent's side. We actually won a tie star war on our very last one when the opponent had 3 18s, several Town Hall 16s, 15s. We were completely outmatched, and our guys still brought it home. Huge kudos for that. Just playing the video game. It's when you don't play the video game and your clan isn't, like, focused enough to complete CWL in its entirety that you either miss out on promotion when you want to promote, or your clan is just hard stuck. Like you have to get organized enough. Take that. And then we'll go this way. We got the eagle out, so that's obviously huge pressure off of our chest, off of our shoulders. Push in right there. That's a single. I'm going to freeze right here just to make sure we can keep cracking a few more layers of walls. Throw Monsieur's ability. And then work our way towards the town hall right here. We'll heal while we're fighting the town hall. The poison. I should have thrown that in, or put the poison on the queen instead. At least I think so. And then we can probably rage right here, I think. We lost all of our healers, bro. But I mean, look, the HP on these witches, they do not care. This is wrecked, boy. You know, I like Wall Wrecker for this. Like, it helps to have something that, like, just pushes the Super Witches in a certain direction. I can imagine, like, say you're playing Super Witches and you don't have a more solid guarantee of opening the first, like, 2 layers of walls. The Super Witches can start to kind of split. But, and I know that an early, like, a quick fireball is one way to make sure to, like, set that pathing for yourself. But even then, things can get weird, like, on a corner, depending on how the base is laid out. Let's check out Blobby's base. Oh, man, we gotta... I hate that I have to change my armor just for this, but we'll deal with it. All right, we'll keep the 2 wall breakers. We got the 5. Put the 3 back in. Super Witches to the max. What do I have? Oh. Super Witch, and then we wanted at least 1 Headhunter, and then an Ice Golem to protect. And I think the 1 freeze, the 3 invis, the double quakes, and then we had 1 heal spell. And then for this, I will actually take... I'm actually going to continue to take the Wall Wrecker instead of... Yeah. Okay. For the equipment, we are still on the equipment that we want, I believe. Unless... Oh, no. We do have the action figure, which paired with Super Witches, the action figure is like an XXL big boy. All right, let's hit it. I don't even know what it looks like yet. Okay. If we can do a quick fireball to his eagle, that's probably going to be strong. Because we can get 2 of the Infernos with it, plus the... plus Expos. At least I think we get the Infernos. I'm pretty sure we do. Warden. Oh my god, he's on air. He's on air. Okay. Well, we're going to have to try that again. We have to reset him to air. That's so lame. I was ready. I was ready. I was ready. Sorry, Blobby. This is damn FC army being different. Threw me off. Okay. That's the equipment, right? That's the army, right? Yeah. Okay. Attack. Okay. Let's put him down. Let him cook. I said, let him cook. Again, 40 seconds is, I think, where we really want to be with this. It looks like we're going to take probably closer to a minute to get into position. Level 60 Warden versus level 40 Warden. All right, can we make this connect? I don't think so. I think everything's spread out in such a way that we're still not in position. And of course, we run into this problem. Okay, what if I go ahead and start this over here? Okay, we'll go like this. What I really want to hit, I guess, is a single at this point because it's getting awkward. Oh my god. No! I hate you, dude! Oh my god. Give me a break, bro. That is unreal. Like, right when I was like, okay, we got this, right? Everything's fine. Nope, not fine. When somebody asks you're fine, but you're not. The epitome of somebody asks you you're fine, but you're not fine. Gonna heal through this, I guess. We have an invis. Let's rage right here, I think. We're going to run out of time, 100%. Put that over there. Baby dragon there, I guess. Few super witches have managed to steal all of my healers, which is a vibe. Smart to save the baby dragon, I think. But yeah, it ends up being a time fail. Man, if we get that fireball off, I think it's wrecked. Now the Tesla farm is spotted, I have to change the layouts. Dude, that's so lame. Like, right as I put the invis spells down. Right as I put the invis spells down. Nice trap placement. Okay, I'll try another one. This time, maybe I should put down the flinger and just try to get it to do free value for me. Because we got everything to the core, right? Maybe I'll actually use the flinger this time. Hit the expo to tap his eagle. Oh, but we don't have 3 quakes. I think we have to hit the eagle to make it work. Well. Baby dragon, a baby dragon. Why does the baby dragon have to slip in like that just to attack the collector? So lame. One, two, three. That is lame that the Eagle Artillery has to live on 1 HP here. But that's just the mechanics. We're good. Okay, King. King and Prince. Plus the Queen. Party bus to move into Funky Town. King's ability. Okay. I'm gonna freeze all that. Think it's okay to heal here. I don't like that Eagle Artillery is still up. Like, bro. Can I get them in there or no? I can. Okay, we're going to save a Super Witch. We did get the Eagle down with those archers. The question is, do we have time? And can we manage to save some more Super Witches, or are we just out of healers? Is this our life? Okay. Throw this now, get more DPS on the board. I think we're going to time fail. Oh, man. We're going to time fail. No cleanup. 7, 6, 5. No, we didn't. Ha! Gotcha, nerd. Got him on that one. All right. That's cool. That's cool. That ain't too bad. This is my lower 13, by the way. I'm still sitting on max TH12 heroes. I don't have the extra 10 on the ward and the extra 10 on the king queen or the prince. That first base, though, man, I think the trap placement is really there to mess with people that are bringing, like, good attacks. Like, bigger brain attacks. Let me just put it that way. Because, like, right as I put my Invis trick down, a Tesla popped up in my face, and I was like, "Eee. Oh. That's not good." The other thing that I'm looking at here is, like, perhaps, like, is it better to take 4 Super Witches? Or, like, if I didn't take one of these guys and I took, for example, 5 of these, is that a bad call to do that? I don't know. Like, does this make the army significantly weaker to go for 5 rocket loons? Because, like, one thing I'm noticing with that Warden Fireball is you kind of... Yes, I understand that your scout for the Warden... when you're scouting the base for the Fireball, you shouldn't be going for something that's, like, in the center. Because it's going to take you too much time to get him there. And you don't have extra troops like rocket loons hanging around to force that pathing for the fireball, you know? And it's better not to hit a core fireball and create a donut. It's better to create a C shape or an L shape. If you understand what I mean with that. Like, let's look at the last attack that we did. Like this right here. say his eagle was in the center, and I was like, oh man, I really want that eagle, right? Like, yeah, I can get both of his Infernos with the eagle, and it's sick value, right? But for the Super Witches, they're going to work a lot better if instead of taking the Fireball to the core and creating a perfect ring, or what I would argue, an imperfect ring, because you're not going to get this right here if you hit a core Fireball to an eagle that's on that spot. You leave this up. So when the witches, like say you come in from the same spot that we did, and the Super Witches start doing this, they might break in for this expo. But they also could choose to do this. And if you get this wall open, some of your Super Witches go to the outside to deal with the trash that's over the wall. Some of them break for the core, and then you get this ugly troop split. And that's when you lose the power of the army, where you need all the Super Witches grouped up on the same tile, or roughly same tile, so the healers can go crazy, keeping them alive, maybe even bouncing up to the big boys at times. You want to keep Super Witches together. You don't want to... They're not like regular witches where at Town Hall 9 and 10 you could just make a wall of them, and they would spawn too many skeletons for the Town Hall 10 defenses to catch up with, or to keep up with, rather. So like here, I basically say the only thing that I'm concerned about is getting that eagle, and I can do that with a 2-invis trick here. Bam. And then when I pause this, there's a clear gap in the ring of this base. That is the pathing you want, right? If I get Super Witches into this compartment, they're going to look over the wall and be able to handle all this. They might break into there, but at least they're not going to immediately be drugged to the core and then start splitting. They're probably going to want to go down like this. And I aid them by dropping the wall wrecker to break that junction here. I nailed this placement, so the wall wrecker will open the junction, which will allow them to continue around the outside. I choose to freeze there against the single just to make the wall wrecker open the walls. And then the king plus Monsieur Minion Prince handles the witch funnel nicely here. We lose 2 to the outside, but I think they come back. Yes, they do. Good stuff. And then what I really could have done is drop baby dragons over here to support the king. But even across the core here, we end up taking a lot of damage from these air defenses and air traps. End up losing every single healer to our name. But at this point, the base is completely cooked. I mean, there's very little left. Yes, our heroes, our king and our prince are pretty low. Prince goes down, but the king still has his ability in hand, and he has walked clear from this side of the base all the way around to 12 o'clock without even needing the ability. Beautiful stuff there. I can also see how Snake Bracelet for this composition is probably a very strong call. If you're going to Sui the king to the outside, you sacrifice your king to set your Super Witch funnel. Having the Snake Bracelet is going to protect him, but also speed him up. Speed up his add DPS to him. All those snakes have individual DPS. So if he's taking damage as he's kind of rounding the base, he's spawning more and more snakes. He's got crazy DPS that stacks up around him, and he can push faster and faster to keep your Super Witches focused on the inside. Do we have the Snake Bracelet on this account? I don't think we do. Yeah, we don't, unfortunately. I would really like to have it, honestly. I think the Snake Bracelet is something that I will probably end up unlocking for these lower accounts. But let's have a chat. Okay. I'm going to take a bathroom break real quick and then swap over to my other 13 and practice doing hits on my other 13. On that account, I have the RC, which is already maxed out for Town Hall 13. So instead of using the BK, I'll be using the RC plus the Prince and the Queen and the Warden. But if you notice, we have been saving our ore on this account, but also my other account. My other account, I'm almost maxed out on ore aside from the Starry. And I need to spend it on something because I'm getting close to overcapping. And when I look here, I see the stick horse and I see the giant gauntlet. I kind of want to level the giant gauntlet right now. That's a hot take. But I think giant gauntlet could end up being very, very strong. Particularly on hit-ups, right? Where the bases hit you a lot harder. You're mitigating damage so he doesn't immediately lose all of his health. I think that's where I'm going to go with that. But yeah, we'll come back. We'll do another hour of Super Witch hits. And maybe I'll adjust the composition a little bit just to have fun with it. You say that's all I have? No worries, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you for posting those bases. That was a lot of fun. I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. The 2-minute timer is going to appear on your screen. When it counts to 0, I will resume. Go ahead and take a lap around your house. Get something to eat or drink. Or you can use the bathroom like I'm about to do, but don't go anywhere. I will be right back. All right, guys, we are back. We are back. And yes, I washed my hands. Feeling good. Feeling all right. We're here. And before we left, we were talking about spending ore that we've been accumulating on some equipment. Now, I realized talking about wanting to max out the giant gauntlet that I have yet to do the Seeking Shield. And I think I need to do the Seeking Shield first. Seeking Shield Rocket Spear for the Royal Champion is like a no-brainer for my attack style. The other thing that I could invest in, I could take a different route and instead go Rocket Spear with E-Boots. That could be a play. Zalo, I'm back. I was smoking and drinking. I know I'm lame. Yeah. Hey man, do you? It's Sunday. You can do whatever you like. And don't forget it's Mother's Day. At least in the US we celebrate Mother's Day. We give our mom a nice card and a little gift. Tell her how much we love her. And if you're someone out there that your mom's no longer around for one reason or another, I love you. And spend it with friends and family instead. But anyways, You had a call with your parents? Nice, nice. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, I'm gonna go E-Boots. We have reasonable levels on the King equipment right now. The RC, when she's ready, I want to be able to slap at full power with her. And I will probably start RC charging on this account to kind of like change it up. So for my ranked tournaments, for my ranked sets every single week, I'm going to have one account doing one attack and then the other account doing another. Because I have two 13s now. So we're going to level this guy up. Let's go. Spiddly dip, level 2. Spiddly dap, level 3. Spiddly doop, level 4. Spiddly dap, level 5. Twiddly dee, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Can we go to 18? I think we have enough for 18 here. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Equip. Okay, so RC is stacked. Double epics. Already maxed out, and we're not even playing her yet. She's still leveling right now. She's got, what's that? She's going to 17. That would give her another 8 levels after that. That's solid. So it'll be another week or two, but then we'll have a level 25 RC, and that's going to be amazing. Of course, for our ranked hits, we can try to MacGyver it so that she is up, and we can just use a hero potion to get her up to level 25 and that'll be next Wednesday when we do all of our ranked hits on the 13s. But that's cool. All right, so now that we've done a bunch of good work on this account, let's swap to the other account and run more Super Witches. Oh, wait a minute. We can put a builder down. What do we want to do? What do you want to do, TC? What you want to do, bro? I guess we'll do one of these. I've been having a really good time just kind of slow rolling this builder base. We have yet to hit 3,000 trophies on this account because I'm not really trying too hard, but also my defense is so far behind because I rushed the account in order to get the 6th builder. I rushed to get 25, 45 heroes so I could unlock the 6th builder. And since then, I've just been looking at it passively, not really trying too hard on it. But here's the other 13. Here we go. Hour number 2. Oh, and speaking of the builder base, the bomber has completed. So I guess we'll do another bomber level. I mean, really and truly, I think for builder base, the best builder base attacks involve cannon carts and baby dragons. And a battle copter that is high level. If we can get 5 more levels on this, but at least for now, I think we can kind of pause at 30-30 because we have 30 on the battle machine. And maybe do a little bit more work here. So I think having the giant and the wall breaker, like say the first stage is just over, it's just overkill, and we have a lot of good cannon carts left over from the first stage. Maybe even we have 2 baby dragons survive from the first stage. A giant plus a bomber and the battle machine can be really good, kind of just depending on the situation. So I feel like running up the bomber to max would just pair off with that really well. I know that P.E.K.K.A.s can be really strong, but figure why don't we go ahead and max out what we can and then work the lower level stuff in later. All right, let's get a Super Witch composition. We decided that 4 Super Witches is the way. And we do like 2 of the Super Wall Breakers. So let's go ahead and get the Super Wall Breakers into the mix. Let's drop all of our Super Witches into the comp. The Yeti is not needed. There's the 4th Super Witch. 2 Headhunters, 3 Archers. 4 Archers, 3 Minions. I feel like we're supposed to take some loons to try to soak some Seeking Air Mines when we make our entry. So like 2 loons probably is a good idea. And then for this, we've decided that the heal plus the freeze is good. Okay, and on this account, we are also sitting at a tremendous amount of ore. Now, on this account, I kind of want to do the same thing. I kind of just want to finish the E-boots off because I do want to have the potential for some nasty RC charge work. At the same time, though, strangely, on this account, our king equipment is not nearly leveled up like it could be. It's actually lower than our lower 13. So maybe at least for now, we focus up on getting the king equipment up to a more acceptable level. Because I think we could put some nasty work in there. Spiky ball, I think, is more valuable to kind of rush down, so we're going to do that. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. We get a 7th bounce from the spiky ball. W. And more projectile damage. That's grody. Okay. And then to go off that, I think we're going to push the earthquake boots. Although, this could be the point where I decide to do giant gauntlet. How much of the doesn't get health recovery with the spiky ball? Whatever. But we do get damage mitigation. Okay, let's see how far we get on the giant gauntlet. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 40% damage reduction. Feels pretty good. I'm going to pause right there and equip it. And then we're going to make sure that we swap out for our newly minted E-boots, which are not maxed, but we're going to play the E-boots. And I think my next play on this account might actually be to go to 18 with the E-boots. But we're gonna try E-boots with the Super Witch. Because we can still pop the Rocket Spear nice and early, allow her to rush in, and then she's going to be able to protect herself from ground skellies. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. Your parents both had to work extra today, so couldn't get together. I'm sorry to hear that, Zalo. But, you know, you'll have to swing by on Monday or Tuesday just to see what's up. Come on, give me like a not a dead base. Like, I want to hit not a dead base. 13 at minimum and not a dead base. Show me a 13 or a 14 that's not dead. Bruh. Okay, it's not dead. Early fireball for the single target. Gets a scatter, gets an expo, sets good pathing to drive the Super Witches to Funky Town like this. And we'll play Barracks just this time and see how that does for us. Put you over there. So if I let that go, will he walk right into the single here? What a dude. Ah, we didn't actually touch the... Okay, that's fine. We'll go like this. Drop you here. Drop the queen right there. That should put the queen into the base, no? She didn't go in. Bruh. That's not good. Can the healers get up onto my P.E.K.K.A? That would be kind of cool, right? Okay. Oh, Warden? No, 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 no. Save the Warden. I'm trying to end this. Ah! I was late. We might be okay, because the big boys are taking care of the single there. This chick we can slip in the back. Nice. E-Boots coming in clutch. Try to tank for the geared up archer tower. I guess I'll freeze here. GG, dude. Well, that's one way. I don't think a defending CC would have made a difference there. So it was about even. What's up, Umid Beck, Gamer Ganov? How's it going, brother? Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday, man. Where are you from? Where are you from? All right. I see this base all the time. I'm not interested. I'm interested in this. Look at this. This is interesting. I want to say if I fireball the Expo, that's enough. And then we can just start moving. I think that's fine, right? So if we drop Invis, just take that early value, wake twice, drop you here. Then down here we'll play that. It will break. I'll put the queen there. Try to push the super witches in, I guess, even though they're probably going to come right back out. Throw the arrow because. Play that over there. I'm going to poison him. Do this. Heal through the multi-damage. Freeze onto the single. We should be okay. Yeah, single's gonna eat the big boys. But RC handles the town hall. Good stuff. And then for the back end, I mean, this is roasted, right? I'm going to let one of the Super Witches die in favor of RC having one invis to handle the single. Or not at all. I mean, we could just, you know, very much a GG. We got swag spells, swag troops. That was fun, though. If you have a Town Hall 16 base, can you attack in it? This strat is OP. I do not have a Town Hall 16. This is my near max Town Hall 13. Earlier, the last hour, I was playing on my brand new 13. And then I have one top account that's actually in Legend 2. It's Town Hall 18 and Legend 2. It's maxed out. We're getting there with maxed out. I have max heroes on that account. My lab was maxed prior to the recent update. I'm starting to work on my supercharges on that account. But I don't have a 16. Don't have a 16. You know, I saw a video recently where someone was like, Town Hall 16 is so boring. And when and you know what? I actually don't disagree with that. I don't think Town Hall 16 was very interesting compared to previous like step ups when people start new Town Halls. I want to hit the eagle for sure. So I think if I'm like right here. Send you here too. I think I have to use all of the invises. I mean, if we take the air defense, maybe we don't, but yeah, we only need 2 now. Okay. 1, 2, throw. Quake. Headhunter, get in there, help him. Put an archer back there to help handle this. Skellies. Speed Mr. Warden up. Good, cool. Now that that's handled, we can break. Send you here, slip the queen. Cool, that looks nice. I'm gonna freeze. Saved one of the super witches because of that. And actually, do we heal here? I think we do, actually. I'm also gonna get the RC to handle Town Hall. Cool. And now we're just making our rounds. I mean, you can see how this cookie crumbles, bro. Still have the invis for the back. Yeah, this is quite strong. This is quite strong. I'm pretty convinced that super witches are a lot stronger than I initially thought they were. And some of you might be saying, TC, super witches have already been OP. You are late to the party. Bro, I might be. I might be late to the party on this. But Fireball Rocket Loons, to me, it's a little bit more... It's definitely a more thinking attack where you conserve and you're always surgically removing things with like 2 or 3 Rocket Loon combinations. And this, it's a lot more simple. Like, you don't have to think so hard. Once you get the Fireball off and the pathing is set, the attack just kind of works. See, where is a good fire? I mean, that's odd over here, is it not? I mean, I could. Okay, this is what I'm saying. If I invis these two, I could fireball this one. So we need that baby dragon to complete onto the scatter shot, and then we will target the third X-bow in line there. And we killed his queen. We like that. So if he leaves the X-bow alone here, not bad, but what we can do is let him get the storage, and then we'll pull him with the Super Witches. Cool. This the corner. That will break right here. I'll baby dragon right here and queen beside it. If the queen wants into the base, cool. If the queen doesn't want into the base, I'm also not heartbroken. She wants in. Okay. I'll take that arrow. Feels solid enough. Can also slip Miss RC through the core there. We'll quake once. Help the RC. Oh, healing. We missed that opportunity. I'll go ahead and help get the scatter down with a couple loons. I could have done that a lot sooner, to be honest with you. Would have been more helpful. But, I mean, look what's actually left. I mean, we got 1:16. She's doing good stuff. I'm not going to bother invising until she gets into a better position here. We'll do it now. And it's wrecked. Again, swag spells. Feels nice to have the E-boots with some good power. Now, we haven't actually maxed it out on this count yet. I think that'll be... You know what? This will be my next thing. We went ahead and maxed our spiky ball. We then took this to level 12. Level 1 to level 12. We're not even playing the king right now because we're leveling him until the end of Town Hall 13. But it'll be nice when we hit Town Hall 14 to immediately have some, like, 2 epic equipments that are already maxed. I think that's going to feel really nice. Keep it up. Again, lame base. Half dead base, don't want to mess with it. Town Hall 12. Don't care for the Town Hall 12 action. That's interesting. Okay. And it's not dead, which is cool. What I see... I like going for the eagle a lot. The issue is I think it's going to take me a little bit to set up. Okay. But we're going to make it happen anyway. Is Warden okay? You should be, right? Yeah, he's recovering now. We just had to use the power of levels. All right, he's going to clear that. He's going to clear that. I think it's a 2 invis trick now. Yeah. I feel like this and this. Eagle goes down. That's nice. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll then drop you with the queen and the prince. We'll use that. I'm going to poison his queen. And now we've got the Super Witch just waltzing right into his house, dude. This guy invited me to the house party. Like, everybody's here. Arrow through. Cool. Queens. Man, dude, look at this. Brother. I'm going to see if it's possible for me to get those healers over onto my queen. And it looks like they see her. But not quite in time. I think dropping our rocket spear is a good idea. Cool. Time could be a little bit of a factor here. We'll heal there. And freeze there. Man, that heal onto the healers, actually OP. My healers will be full HP. Even though we didn't really need to. GG. I honestly really like that, really like this army so far. It feels strong. And it's not one that you have to worry so much about. I'd be interested to have Bunny and EMP post their version of the army. Because I think I've seen Bunny, if I'm not mistaken, take a recall. It was either Bunny or EMP actually would recall the Warden after getting a fireball off. But the way that this is playing out so far, I don't know that you really need to do that. I don't know that you need a recall. All right, I think we hit a scatter. We establish good enough pathing, and then we're going to try to get into the eagle right there. So you're going to be right here. Throw you. Throw you. Okay, nice. Then I'm going to... Doesn't quite get the cannon down. That's not great. Guess we have to use one then. That was bad. I really wanted to get one of those expos out with the fireball. Didn't quite make it work, though. He's hanging on. I'll drop the queen to the outside. All the super witches. Prince can continue down the line. Wall break. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Hit the tile. Hit it on the kisser, dude. Look at this. Bam! Get the air defense out for me. Keep the focus for the witches. Gonna heal right there. I think that's a good idea. Okay, we end up losing Mr. Prince. No, we don't. At least not yet. That's cool. I'm gonna do this. Rocket spear for you. I'll go like this. All the air traps hit the prince, which is cool. Man, all those skeleton traps is getting evaporated. Love that. GG. Really nicely done. And that's just the thing. I really want more players that insist upon playing the RC on the front of the attack to really consider what's possible when you play her on the back end. People, I know, like, people in Dom have been saying, "Oh man, I have to put the RC charge away. I keep time failing." And I know exactly what you mean, right? Like, you put the RC down, you have to spend so much time. Like, say you have 11 invis spells. Do a little bit of quick math. An invis spell lasts 4 seconds at max rank. That means you're wasting 40, not wasting, but you're using 45 seconds without doing anything else usually. And I see that being a problem. At least with Rocket Loon attacks, usually you're dropping other things. And then the follow-up from an RC dive, you have to play an army that is not dependent upon spells. So like dragons can be played effectively that way, where maybe you don't have, maybe you have something for the dragons, but maybe it's only like 1 or 2 spell space devoted for your dragons. You have to consider that. We're also soaking up a little bit more time than I want to with this charge so far. But I guess what I'm trying to do is get him into a better position, hit the eagle. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I might need to start my funnel now. We'll get you to the outside. Also drop you. Just for sake of time. I think if I take the fireball to the expo, I'm fine with this. Because we're going to path right into the eagle anyway. That was weird. Did not mean to drop 2 wall breakers there, by the way. I was trying to change to a different troop. I'm going to get some balloons in there. Try to get them in ahead of the prince, which I don't, but it's okay. We're going to heal here. I'm also going to quake and quake. And invis Mr. Oh! Whoops. We still have you. We need the single to go down. We're struggling with this single, but I think we have plenty of possibilities here. Arrow. We hit it. End up losing all but 1 Super Witch, I think. No, all but wait. We only lost 1 Super Witch. No, they're all alive. I count 4. I thought for sure the single ate one of our Super Witches, but apparently not. Huh. Strat's busted. I even like completely misused some spells across the center. Like I tried to save my warden a second too late. This is nothing that I actually feel interested in. I'll look for something that is a little bit more stimulating to look at. Maybe I should join the club and stop being part of the problem, because I'm landlocked because of my decorations. I can't just like set a base that I want to set without like digging up decos that I don't want to dig up. Okay, this is different. If we hit the eagle, we get eagle expo. If we hit this, if we just go for the expo, we get the eagle and a bunch of stuff around that. I like that vibe. I think we go for the expo right there. One and one. Go like this and this. Bro! Oh my god, dude. Why? Well. Whiff. Right, we're going to have to sideswipe the eagle. We'll probably target it with the RC. And the RC is going to have an awkward split moment. Please don't kill my warden. Thank you. I'm gonna save the P.E.K.K.A. because it's strong. We're gonna heal here. Okay, baby. Those healers would be really nice if you got out of range. Okay, cool. They have taken a lot of damage, and they could die. Poison on her. Oh, she went through it. Well, should be fine anyway, right? Nice. So we do get a break from the giant, which is good. We got everything, though. Cleant, nerds. Cleant. GG's. GG. All right. Good stuff. I'll take it. What else do we have, good sirs? What does the public... Oh, boy. What am I looking at? What? Those walls are like Town Hall 5. But hold on. He's got a couple of Town Hall 13 walls. Bro. Are we kidding? He's got golden walls from Town... I think those are Town Hall 5 walls. That's insane. But you know, okay, hold on a second. Speaking of insane, I got to give a massive shout out to this guy, Maddie. Maddie joined us, and his walls were like 6 different colors. His heroes were like level 2, level 5. He tells us he's a newer player to the game. And he asked if he can join because he's a Town Hall 11. I was like, yeah, sure, man, get in here. And I looked at his account. I was like, oh, dude, I can't war you. Like, you won't have fun. And so he's in chat, and I was talking to him. I was like, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to slow your roll, right? Because it looked like he'd speed run getting to each town, like just upgrading the Town Hall. But he had like things that were just sorely underleveled. Like, even I think the last time I looked at his base, his clan castle only has 20 housing space, and he's at Town Hall 13. Like, that is so little. But yes, heroes were just abysmal. He didn't have the Grand Warden yet. There were so many little things, and I was like, dude, you know what? Upgrade everything. Actually, do me a favor, slow your roll, max this Town Hall out, and then after that, you can make choices. And I have to give a shout. This guy maxed his walls, I want to say during the Golden Dragon event. And this was the base that made my eyes bleed, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Also, his heroes, look at these numbers. This guy's almost got his Warden maxed. His Queen is actually looking at semi-respectable level, right? She's getting up there. She's almost level 40. The King he's working on. The Prince he's working on. Like, he's done so much good work. This guy is actually, he's actually improving his base. I was like, I looked at this and I was like, dang, Maddie's actually doing the work. So yeah, I think Maddie is officially the last Town Hall 11 we will allow into this clan, because we're getting ready to push the clan floor to Town Hall 12. I guess the reality is that Town Hall 12s and up, Town Hall 12s to 14s have been the only ones that are really asking to join the clan. There's not very many people that have a Town Hall 11 that stay Town Hall 11 for very long. This guy is going to be here for a little while because he rushed significantly but at least he's catching up. Like, he's actually, like, got his base looking half decent. Like, half decent. I know. He's got a couple level 1 mortars still. His air defenses, he's still doing work on these. But, I mean, you can see he's being methodical about it. He's got 3 level 9 air defenses. He's working on the 4th. Good freaking work. This right here is Inferno Tower. He's going to max. That one's max. This is looking great. Wait, is level 4 or level 5 max? I forget. But, like, he's doing it. He's catching up. He's not screwing around. It's taking him some time. But judging by how fast Town Hall 11 really goes, I would guess that based on the progress he's made up to this point, he's probably got a month, maybe less, left at Town Hall 11. Because he's still got catch-up work to do. You look at his lab, some of those numbers are quite low. Right? Barbs, archers. Although not used in mass, archers are great to help you with cleanup. Baby dragons, a great troop. P.E.K.K.A.s, if you're using a siege barracks. Your P.E.K.K.A. level determines the P.E.K.K.A.s that come out of your siege barracks. So if you don't have your P.E.K.K.A.s leveled, the P.E.K.K.A.s are pretty weak. The P.E.K.K.A.s don't really tank very well. They don't do a lot of damage. Also, I'm kind of surprised if he's a dragon guy, he hasn't leveled the Electro Dragons yet. So it's okay. It's okay. There's work to be done. But I can tell he's doing a lot of work on this base. And that makes me feel good. At least knowing that we got a newer player in here who came in and I told him, okay, this is what you should do. Get caught up, man. You're not going to enjoy yourself in war if your base is, you know, looking like the discount aisle at Walmart on Black Friday. Right, it's just devoid of any and all value. Everything's gone. Someone walks in with like 2 heroes and like 2 hero solos the base. That's what I could have done to his base 3 weeks ago. So super happy to see Maddie actually like sticking around with the clan. And I would imagine within the next month, he might actually max out at Town Hall 11. If he keeps up with it, he'll get a Town Hall 12 and I can start worrying him. All right. Let's do some more Super Witches while we still got some time. Let's find a... Let's find it. What do we do? Oh, this is a 14. Okay, so I think we should just hit it just because, right? I think we hit the Town Hall. I think that's good enough value. Okay, so we'll do that. Wardone. His builder huts do not repair. So if we pre-quake, we're fine. We'll take that. We will go ahead and invis here and here. And fireball. Cool, we'll accept it. And then I'm gonna drag south. 1, 2. And drop you here with Prince. Little baby dragon with Queen. Wall break in there. Looking really good. Queen should step in. Good, good, good. Big boys are taking the single. We will not freeze. I will poison, though, over his queen. I will break again. Oh, it didn't actually go to the core. That makes me so sad. I'm going to do this. I'm going to let her get in close and then start invising her here. And then Invis. Heal. Rage. Queen's ability. And this is cooked, dude. This is so totally cooked. So wrecked. Never stood a chance. Again, our CC's empty. We don't have CC spells. TheyComing. I'm sorry, TC, for shouting. TheyComing. Can I ask you a question? You can ask me a question, King Brian. What's up, man? How are you? How are you, King? Ask away, my guy. King says, I'm good. Okay, but what is your question? What's your question, King? I think we hit... Now, if this is a war attack, we want to hit the multi here, for sure. Because then we deny the CC. Though, not having rocket loons is going to make this trickier than I really want it to be. Can we kill his warden real quick? Okay, we do. Okay, he steps there. So we go 1, 2, and 3. Nice. Good hit. Prince. Siege. Baby Dragon. Break. With the Queen. Alright, Prince took a black mine. We're going to drop 2 loons in behind here. I'm going to heal because it looks like there's a lot of multi-damage. I'm going to go ahead and throw that. So that was an intentional Dark Orb so that I don't have to start spelling for the RC yet. 2, 3, 4. Beautiful stuff. Honestly... She's just in it, right? Like, I have this freeze. I could use it, but I don't really need to. I guess I'll throw the arrow now. And I could throw spear. I don't need to. So I'm just not. Yeah, spear. Bip. Here we go. Good stuff. You're saying, how many games do I have? Oh, man. I mean, geez, I don't know. I think that if you're asking how many games do I play, really at any given time, like I play like 2, maybe 3 different games. I mean, if you ask about my Steam library, I think I'm like most people that my Steam library has things that I bought and maybe like started but didn't actually enjoy, so I didn't keep playing. So like uncategorized games, it says 36, but I know there's some like public test versions of games in here. Let's see. Why don't I go through my Steam library? I don't think I've ever talked about. I haven't talked about my Steam library. Some of these are just like old titles. I don't have an excellent Steam library myself, but all right, so here's my library. Anno 2070. I played this so briefly, I thought it was garbage, and I got rid of it. But I think I got it for like $2 on a Steam sale. I have a game called Antichamber. I have a game called... Oh, I have Baldur's Gate 3, which I played for 2.5 hours and realized that my brain and my lifestyle just could not handle playing an RPG now that I'm in my 30s. As cool as I thought, like the opening story and the opening sequence for Baldur's Gate 3. I realized after those first couple play sessions that I was just like, my life is not made for this anymore. And maybe one day I can like pick it up and go, but like, yeah, I like strategy. I like chess. I like those kind of games more so than like, immersive world, open world experiences. Now one game that I do have a lot of play hours on, Borderlands 2. I loved this game. But it says the last I played it was in 2014. That was a long time ago. Brawlhalla is actually a game that one of my friends makes. The game studio for Brawlhalla is actually in Atlanta, Georgia, and I have a friend that is one of the developers for this game, and he's been with that developer for like many years now, and he just loves it. I actually Crucible, which I think Crucible is done. Like is Crucible a thing anymore, or did they actually take it offline? I feel like they actually killed the game. Crucible was supposed to be cool, but it's sort of a flop. And then Cyberpunk 2077. I have Cyberpunk. This game, again, I bought Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate 3 around the same time because I just bought this new PC. And I was like, I want to have a couple games that I can play that are just going to like, show me how powerful the system is, get wild, excellent graphics. And Cyberpunk, that game blew me away. Like I've not finished it. Again, 3 hours of playtime, but again, it's another one of these like open world games where in the past when I played open world games, RPGs, things like that, I lost entire days of my life and didn't feel any better for it after. And so these games I would have to come back to maybe when, I don't know, maybe if I'm just like in the mood to like fully experience something like that, say, okay, this week, 1 hour a night, I'm going to play. But both times I've picked up Baldur's Gate or Cyberpunk, I've lost way more time than I thought I was losing. And I don't know, you guys will have to let me know what you like, if you were able to, like if you are an old man like me, because I'm 38, and if RPGs just, yes, they're cool. The cinematics are awesome. Like when you watch someone else play them, it's so cool. But like playing them is like really taxing for me. Like I just feel like I just have a hard time keeping up with it. The Evil Within, I bought that game. That one was pretty gnarly. I have Five Nights at Freddy's. I have From Dust, which is actually pretty cool. Short game From Dust. Halo Infinite, I believe, is free. The Last Caretaker was a game that Supercell gave me to like early access test. And played it a little bit, thought it was interesting. Game called Loadout. This Loadout, I remember being awesome. It's an old game, but Loadout was just such an interesting, like, shooter, like such a silly, over the top shooter. I actually bought Megabonk and really like Megabonk because it is, a run could be anywhere from like, 15, 20 minutes if you get in too deep, or it could be like maximum of an hour, unless you're like, trying to push leaderboard and you're trying to min-max every single chest that you roll and all that. I really liked Megabonk. I think Megabonk is like beautifully simple. Just something to waste time on. But very low commitment. Like as soon as the match is over, it's like, well, there's nothing that I need to, that I didn't just lose anything. I can just play another run. I can just, start another run. Mortal Kombat Complete Edition, a fighting game. I got that. No Man's Sky. I loved playing No Man's Sky. I think this was the last like open world game that I played that I just like got totally lost in. I have like almost 300 hours of playtime on No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky was just like, so it just, if you never played No Man's Sky, I think it was the feeling of just like being on a planet like Earth, starting on Earth, but like it's all nature, right? There's no cities. It's just you're on a planet that's completely wild. And being on that planet, and then eventually you build a ship and you take off and you fly to another planet. And then from there, it becomes you can actually fly to a different star system. You go to a different star. And it's the moment where you leave the planet, you go to a different star system, and you actually see the map of like the galaxy that you're in. And you realize this game is like so unbelievably large that it really helps to put into perspective like exactly how big our universe is supposed to be. Like, not even our universe, just our galaxy. How unbelievably large our galaxy is supposed to be. It really does a great job of just like zooming you out, and you're just like, I'm tiny. And then the first time, and then of course, I think everyone that plays No Man's Sky, there's a moment where you will probably get lost, and you have to like figure out a way to get back to your planet, like where you have a base, because oh my gosh, I like built a base there. Like I decorated it. Like I made it nice. I made it look cool. I put it in a really interesting location. All that kind of stuff. And I remember distinctly making one base somewhere, and I somehow got away from it, and I couldn't remember how to get back because the game is just that big. It's such an interesting game, and it really does a good job of just like taking you somewhere, making you feel isolated, right? Like you're this isolated space explorer that like you may or may not run into another person. And it was really cool. Now, I understand the game has received many, many updates, probably since I last played it in 2021. But stupidly good. Stupidly good, good game. No Time to Explain. Have not played this yet. I think someone gave this to me for like Prime Day and told me to, or not Prime Day, but like Steam sale. The Polynomial, really cool looking, sort of like soundscape type game. Polynomial, really cool. I have Portal 1, Portal 2. I have Psychonauts, which is really, really good. Like really good, like old title. So the graphics are not that great at all, but the story I just remember being really good. Race the Sun. Forget what that was like. I don't think it was very nice. I think it was just kind of lame. Realm Royale Reforged. I think that's a Hi-Rez Studios thing, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Hi-Rez Studios that makes this? Community Hub. I feel like Realm Royale was high res. Yeah. Red Orchestra 2, Heroes of Stalingrad, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Robot Roller, Derby Disco Dodgeball. This thing was kind of interesting. Sanctum 2. Oh man, Sanctum 2 was the bomb. It was, imagine like a tower defense game that's also a shooter. So like you have a gun and you have tools and you have weapons, and there's like, it's like wave based to where there's an objective that like the waves of minions are like flooding in, and you can build walls and like towers and turrets and fight the horde yourself while your towers and turrets are like destroying the horde at the same time. Sanctum 2, man, I really wish that those developers like stuck together and actually made a Sanctum 3. I think Sanctum 2 was just so much fun. It was so inexpensive to buy too. Smite, oh my god, 2,215 hours of gameplay, and that is all the gameplay out. It's only the gameplay hours that I registered on Steam. There are many years prior to that where Smite was not on Steam. It was the high-res game booter. So I think they more or less forced people to go through Steam. And in hindsight, really good idea to go ahead and register this game through Steam, because now I can't lose my account. I actually purchased the Founders Edition of Steam of Smite 2, but have not really found a fantastic opportunity to truly dive into it. Again, it's a MOBA, and they changed just enough stuff that I'm like, oh man, I don't want to relearn the game. But Speedrunners, I think that might have been free. Starforge, this game could have been also so much better. Kind of a Minecraft-y vibe, but just so underdeveloped. Like they didn't do anything with it. But yeah, that's about it. Anyways, so I have a decent Steam library. I just don't play a lot of Steam games. And I know I just went on a huge tangent talking about nothing, but somebody asked about my Steam library. It got me talking about games in general. But that's just to wrap it back around to Clash of Clans is my type of game, right? It's a strategy game. Your contribution to a team competition or your contribution in ranked, each instance lasts a maximum of 3.5 minutes. That's it, right? 3.5 minutes. There is nothing that that is going to force you to play the game more than that. And when you max out a town hall, there's nothing that says you have to go to the next one. If you want to hang out and just enjoy war, just be a hoss, join a team to be a tournament competitor at a certain town hall, you can do that. My perspective on it is I kind of want to take these 2 middle accounts that I have and just push them. Just keep pushing them. Keep upgrading them. Just see how quickly or how long it really takes me to get to the point where I have, one 100% max account, but then 2 that are like almost maxed. I think that'd be kind of interesting, because then I could have multiple accounts in say Legend League. But just continuing to hold these accounts back kind of spoils the fun. People want to see progression. And I'm definitely not someone that wants to... Oh, let's invite somebody. Hey, well, I've learned a lot from your streams. Would like to be part of your clan. Sorry for the name. I'm Icelandic. I have no idea how to say your name, but welcome to the club. Welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay here, brother. Wait, I didn't even look at his profile. Oh my gosh, bro. Catch those heroes up, boy. Oh my god. Catch it up, dude. Catch it up. I'm actually surprised that you didn't get more of these walls done. All right. Anyways, we're going to actually conclude the stream right now, guys. I hope you have a fantastic Mother's Day. Again, this is a reminder for all of you guys. Make sure to call up Mom today. wish her happy Mother's Day if you're not, if you don't have the opportunity to see her. And as I said earlier, if you're someone that doesn't have mom around anymore for one reason or another, I love you very much. Make sure to spend some time with family. I hope you and your folks and everything are good. But that's going to do it for today's stream. I appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow around the same time, 2 p.m. Eastern, for another live stream. And we will have a war to showcase against Goodwill. This popped up. It's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't even looked at the opponent yet. What does it look like? That's interesting. Right? That's the top of our map. That's the top of their map. So with our win streak, we're going to have to put in some serious work. I mean, my clan is on a, how many wins? A 5-war win streak. But when you look at it, there's 4 draws in there. So we might be losing our streak today. It just depends on if the other clan shows up or not. Goodwill, we grow together, looking for active players, active in war and other events. Okay, fantastic. All right, dude, sure. All right, we'll catch you tomorrow in war, Goodwill, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, guys. Much love. Peace out.